big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will have the football first. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Pressure coming. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Volunteers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Vols want to crank the tempo.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon. And
he's got some space. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick completion to the right. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Vols have their offense in high gear. Here we go. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in, it's Cowell. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Tyree. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
The Gamecocks offense will have its first possession of the game. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David. And it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
There he goes. Pass to Stigson, still on his feet. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't make the connection to pressure there. Calls the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Past the 40. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Unloads to the wideout. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires and picked off. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing it.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one, if they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways, they were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Gamecocks are on the move. Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to him again. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the 1st half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Motion from the wideout.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
A big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Makes the grab. It's Callow. And it's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Volunteers will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Touchdown, Gamecocks. Fitted in the window for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The sure hands. It's Callow. They stop him just a link or two short of the first. And, man, what they can do on second down here.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and, man, you know he's looking for more.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Quickly complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this fourth down manageable.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. A strike downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the tight end. Handoff from the shotgun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. First down for this offense. They'll go to the air. Got out of trouble, throws. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The give on the option. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will place it down on the left hash, a 47-yard try coming. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the returner goes down. So here is the Tennessee offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Vols will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top. Dances away to buy time. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Trying play action. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab on the left side. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Complete to the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. On target.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Into the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
And the Vols will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Power football with the run. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
The Volunteers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any conclusions.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Stoneburner. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that 1st down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here is the Tennessee offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. He'll try to find a rhythm here. Wants to go up top on first down. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they swarm him under.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Pulls it and fires to the left. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. The balls are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Callow. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by...
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these